This video titled "Why Isn't Fortnite Cool Anymore" has been popping up on my recommended page all day today, all day yesterday, and it's by a channel named Oddly that I've watched before, and there's really solid content. So today, I wanted to react to the video. Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I am your guy with too many YouTube channels. Guys, we're going to be reacting to the video, but it is important to note, I am going to have a little special message for our community at the end of this video. So if for whatever reason you feel like clicking off this video, I ask that you just kind of fast forward over to the end and hear what I have to say, because it's important to me for any subscribers or regular viewers to check that out. Regardless, guys, Oddly's links will be in the description, pinned comment down below. Check it out. Let's watch this video together. Why isn't Fortnite cool anymore?
Fortnite used to be unstoppable. It was the undisputed king of gaming. It made its way into the culture.
I get where he's going to go with that, but I still would argue that Fortnite is absolutely still the greatest game. It absolutely still is on top, and there really is no competing with it.
But now, it just isn't the same. And why is that? Chapter 6 has had some of the most content we've had in any season, and it's been amazing so far. Well, in reality, Fortnite just isn't cool anymore.
Now, I haven't watched this video before we actually dove into it. I don't know if he's going to go the route like OG Fortnite kind of was when everybody was like getting their wins, they were posting on their Snap stories. I don't know if he's going to go that route with the cool, or if he's just going to talk about like where nobody likes Fortnite, but I'm excited to see what he's actually going to end up touching on.
So, what does that mean? And can Fortnite be cool once again?
Absolutely, just like Minecraft. Remember? Oh. I grew up in those Minecraft days, man. I grew up when I loved Minecraft growing up when everybody hated it. When it was like, oh my god, you play Minecraft? Oh my god, children's game. The same thing that you hear about Fortnite. So Minecraft made a comeback, and now Minecraft is cool, and Fortnite... Honestly, Fortnite's kind of already dodging those, I don't even want to say allegations, but that feeling that people had and looked down upon you if you were to play this kids game, right? I think that Fortnite has kind of recovered from that.
Well, I've come up with 5 pillars that help define what makes something cool, starting with culturally relevant. This is something that aligns with current tastes, values, or preferences of a specific group or generation. Fortnite's rise to fame in 2018 wasn't just about the game itself, it was a cultural moment.
Yeah, like I said, the entire world took over Fortnite, and that was everybody always talks about like whether or not there actually will be another Fortnite, and people oftentimes say there will be another Fortnite, something is going to come. People think it's going to be Marvel Rivals. I disagree with that, but I really don't think there is going to be another Fortnite. Among Us was probably the closest that we got, and it still wasn't even close to the level of Fortnite.
It didn't just align with the tastes of a younger generation, it shaped them. Everyone was playing it, from kids in school to mainstream celebrities. Fortnite became a meeting place, a social hub, and a global phenomenon all at once. Back then, the game didn't just cater to gaming enthusiasts, it brought non-gamers into the fold.
And to be honest with you, I would argue that it still kind of does, especially with all the new modes. They're trying to gather as many people as possible, but I would argue that it still does a good job doing that, but of course, like it doesn't capture the culture the way it once did.
Drake, arguably the biggest musical artist at the time, joined forces with Ninja in a record-breaking stream. And later on, Travis Scott turned the game into his stage with an in-game concert that felt like a glimpse into the future of entertainment.
It's sad that the live events we get now, every single time that I see the Travis Scott concert, it just, nothing doesn't hit the same. It doesn't hit the same anymore.
But here's the thing. While Fortnite once defined what was cool, it has struggled to maintain that same level of mainstream relevance. It's still huge with younger players, but it no longer feels like a game that the whole world is talking about.
Yeah, I mean, that's because it's been out for 8 years and Fortnite's been on the top for so long. But the thing is, everybody still knows what Fortnite is. Like, if you were to talk to somebody, you ever talk to those people and they pretend like they don't know how Fortnite's spelled? You know what I'm talking about, those types of people? Everybody now knows what Fortnite is, and you still have those handful of people that just, like, refuse to acknowledge the existence of Fortnite. Everybody, whether you're a parent, a kid, just some random person working, like, it doesn't matter who you are or what stage of life that you're in, everybody knows what Fortnite is. So if something's been out for that long, it just doesn't capture the culture in the same way. Sorry, my spacebar didn't work.
Fortnite's challenge now is finding a way to capture that same magic in a new cultural context. Now we move on to authentic, which means that something feels genuine and not overly manufactured or forced,
which
makes it more relatable and attractive.
Now, there's a little bit of a difficulty because Fortnite has been less and less authentic. While they're still doing fantastic things, and Fortnite's still a fantastic game, they have fantastic updates, fantastic chapters, it lacks that Fortnite charm that people like to talk about, right?
When Fortnite first launched, it had this natural, effortless authenticity. The mechanics were fresh, the world building felt organic, and the game didn't try to be anything but itself. But over time, things have changed. These days, it feels like Fortnite is trying too hard to stay cool. Take the overwhelming number of collaborations, for example.
Yeah, that's an interesting take. Do you think that's Epic Games' goal? I would imagine it's just money, it's just profit. Hey, look, we can sell Peter Griffin in the Battle Pass, things like that. I don't know if their goal is to remain cool because they have reached that point in gaming where they are the League of Legends, they are the Minecraft, they will always be around, and they are one of the games, if not the game, that just will remain at the top for pretty well eternity at this point. I don't know if that's the goal, but I'd love to know what you guys think about that down below.
While they're often exciting, they sometimes feel more like marketing stunts than genuine additions to the game.
Yep.
Sure, playing as your favorite superhero or cultural icon is fun, but the constant influx of collabs makes the game feel less like a cohesive world and more like a giant advertisement.
You know what's crazy is they did a fantastic job, and I have said this so many times, man. I've said this so many times where they did a fantastic job putting the storyline, and I don't care if you say it was poorly written. Like, Chapter 2, Season 5 kind of kicked it all off, where it's like, okay, all these characters are coming out of the 0 point, and we still had our main storyline characters. So we still had that Fortnite charm, the Foundation, Jonesy, Dr. Sloan. We were still following all of these characters, and the collabs kind of went along with all of these. And sometimes they took over an entire season, like when Marvel was here, when Tony Stark was here, Galactus was coming to the island, he used the battle buses. He was talking to the Fortnite characters. That's when the collabs didn't, like... That's when the collabs kind of felt like they were guests in Fortnite, and now they feel like they are part of Fortnite, if that makes sense.
And these collabs have taken the place of much of the unique lore in the game. I miss the days of Kevin the Cube or the Ice King.
I do as well.
But nowadays, instead of these original story-building additions to the map, we get product placements like Godzilla or Marvel on the island.
The problem with that, though, is like the Godzilla update, for example. I loved it. I absolutely loved Godzilla on the map, and it was a blast, but it does take away from that Fortnite charm that we all love, right?
And the OG mode is another example of this. Fans wanted it for years, and while it's exciting to revisit the old maps, the nostalgia feels a bit forced now. The decision to make the OG Battle Pass the same as the main one, with fewer items, left many players scratching their heads. It's a move that plays on nostalgia without fully recapturing the magic of the early days.
I don't personally think the Battle Pass had anything to do with that. I think it's just a nice bonus. Like, did you want them to make an entire new Battle Pass, like, with 100 tiers? Like, that'd be great, don't get me wrong, but I think it's nice, like, if the season's for, what, a month long, maybe 2 months long. I think the Battle Pass, what they've done is pretty good, and I don't think that's a reason why it doesn't feel the same. It did feel the same when they didn't have skill-based matchmaking, they didn't have bots, but Epic Games went on and decided to update that and remove that.
Fortnite's authenticity came from its originality, and it's clear that the game is struggling to balance its roots with the pressure to stay relevant.
I don't see, again, I don't know if that is Fortnite's goal. It could be one of them. I don't know what to think about that one. Again, I'd love to know what you guys think about that in the comments.
And now for the third reason, forward thinking, which is defined as something that often signals innovation or being ahead of the curve, setting or predicting trends rather than just following them. Fortnite revolutionized gaming when it first came out. It helped to popularize the Battle Royale genre, introducing an innovative Battle Pass system, and showed the world what a live service game could be.
And now everybody's been copying it ever since. And now everybody's blaming Fortnite, understandably so.
The live events, whether it was a rocket launch, a black hole, or a Travis Scott concert, made players feel like they were part of something bigger than just a game.
Yep, it's true. And again, like, how cool would it have been, Godzilla being in the background, I'll use in his example right there, how cool would it have been if we still had a very, very solid storyline with Hope, everything going on with Valeria, like, if she was still around, like, I mean, by that, I meant to say, like, if Valeria was, you could expand on that storyline that she had in Chapter 5 that was very interesting, same with the Rift Warden Stellan in Chapter 4, if all of that was still world building around Godzilla right now, that would have been awesome, and that's what Fortnite used to do, and that's why the collabs were so cool.
But Fortnite is now facing what is known as the innovator's dilemma. When something works so well, it's hard to take risks and disrupt your own success. Epic Games has stuck to its formula, which makes it difficult to capture a mainstream audience's attention that now has different interests. The introduction of creative mode and UEFN was a step in the right direction, but it feels a little underdeveloped compared to platforms like Roblox.
And I feel like initially, in my opinion, was okay, like UEFN did need a lot more work, but the problem is it's developing at such a rate, and in my opinion, it's come to a point where it's already really, really good. I went into this assuming that it would take years and years to succeed. I don't know if I agree with that anymore, that it was like unfinished. And I'm not saying again like that's Audley's entire opinion, but a lot of people talk about UEFN in that state and like, oh my god, Epic Games just wanted to push us out. Epic Games just wanted to push us out because it's the future of Fortnite and it wasn't ready. They do that sometimes, but it ended up working out in their favor.
Which have fully embraced user-generated content. If Fortnite wants to stay ahead of the curve, it needs to double down on empowering its community to create, and in a lot of ways it has. It needs to make these tools as seamless and innovative as possible. Now we move on to effortless appeal, which is something that exudes confidence and style without trying too hard, giving off a natural charm or charisma.
Yeah, the problem is like, it goes to what we were saying earlier. 8 years the game's been out. It's very, very difficult for it to do anything like grand at this time that's effortless. Like again, take the Godzilla update for example, just because on my screen over here, everybody was like, oh my god, this is so cool, but then they kind of just forgot about it, right?
Fortnite used to have this effortless charm. It didn't feel like it was trying to be cool. It just was. The dances, the emotes, the cartoony aesthetic, it all came together in a way that felt fresh and confident.
You know, here's my problem with it, to be honest with you. Like, and not the problem with what Audley's saying. I still think that Fortnite is cool, and I think it's only gotten more cool as time's gone on because everybody has been like kind of, and I mean like the general public, it was really, really popular when it first came out. Then the cool thing was to just hate on Fortnite, and now it's kind of like circling back one more time, and Fortnite's just a game that people hop on to play. So I do think that Fortnite is still cool, and that might be the problem with this video. Like, I don't agree that it's not cool.
But now the charm feels manufactured.
Charm though. Charm I will agree with. It does not have its charm anymore.
Take the recent Godzilla collab. The in-game event was undeniably cool, but the skin? It feels awkward, like it doesn't belong. And don't even get me started on the sneakers. You can put kicks on Godzilla? Really?
To be honest with you, I think it does belong. I think it looks cool. I think there's been enough weird skins in Fortnite where I just like, I look at it and I laugh.
This forced effort to stay relevant also extends to the endless stream of updates and changes. Some feel rushed, like the LEGO Fortnite crossover and kicks, which launched incomplete. Others feel like they're just cashing in on nostalgia without adding any real substance.
But the problem is, like, I don't see an issue with them releasing some cosmetics too early. Like the Lego, not every skin had a Lego set. The kicks, not every skin could fit in kicks. Like, they're going to work on that with time. I personally don't see that as a big deal. And for OG Fortnite, everybody wanted it to feel exactly like OG Fortnite. Most people, the vast majority of the community, did not want it to be a like OG-ish experience. They wanted actual OG Fortnite. So Epic Games did listen to the community on that one, for the most part.
For Fortnite to reclaim its effortless appeal, it needs to focus on quality over quantity. It's not about doing more, it's about doing the right things in a way that feels natural.
But the problem is that even if that does, I would imagine that would take up more development time. And in those times in between, you would hear Fortnite's dying, Fortnite's not the same, why doesn't Epic Games care anymore, what happened to our updates? I'll point you back to it again. The same thing happened in Season X. Everybody was crying and whining about weekly updates, weekly POI changes, weekly loot pool additions, weekly items. Like, you can never satisfy the player base no matter what.
And finally, we have socially validated. Something that gains traction because influential people, communities, or media validate its worth or appeal. Fortnite's social power in its prime was unmatched. Everyone was talking about it. Posting victory royales on Snapchat wasn't...
Dude, like, think about that, though. Posting their victory royale of a video game like Fortnite on your Snapchat story. That is how much of a chokehold Fortnite had on the entire world, which is nuts to me.
Just fun. It was cool. Twitch streams broke records, and the game was a cornerstone of conversation everywhere. But now, that social magic has faded. Fortnite's focus on a younger audience has alienated older players who made the game cool in the first place.
I don't know if I agree with that one either. From my personal life, from my personal life, I have been seeing more adults than ever hop on Fortnite. Like, you know what? I don't know about that if it beats Prime Fortnite, because everybody in the entire world was playing Prime Fortnite, right? Talking about the actual OG days of Fortnite. I'm talking about now, like maybe 2019 to 2025. I feel like I have only seen Fortnite become more accepted, more cool. Just people like talking about it in casual conversation. That's the only like part that I disagree with in this video.
The hype that once surrounded new seasons and battle passes just isn't there anymore. That said, there are glimmers of hope. Seeing streamers like Kai Cenat and iShowSpeed bring Fortnite to massive audiences feels like a callback to the game's glory days.
It's true, and I know he was moving on just a little bit, but I did want to mention the reason that Fortnite doesn't feel the same anymore, new seasons don't feel the same anymore, is because of leaks, and I will stand on that. Leaks are, I would imagine, I'd have to really sit back and think about it, but I do believe off the top of my head that it is the single biggest problem with Fortnite and why it doesn't feel the same.
While their audiences do skew younger, their enthusiasm shows that Fortnite still has the potential to create buzz. I mean, we did see this with Rainbow Six Siege, as Jinxie single-handedly revived the game. Now, I'm not saying Fortnite is a dead game, but what I am saying is that Jinxie made Rainbow Six Siege cool again. To regain its social validation, Fortnite needs to focus on creating experiences that appeal to a broader audience.
But they're trying to do that as well. Festival, Lego, Reload, they have the competitive, Battle Royale, OG Fortnite. They're trying really hard to do that.
Experiences that make people excited to share and talk about the game again. Now, Fortnite has been trying, especially recently with some of the live events, but it's yet to be seen if they can make any lasting impact.
They would need to do some live event to the scale of like the Travis Scott concert, but they even have the problem with the Travis Scott concert where most of the like appeal and hype to that was it exceeded every expectation possible. I don't know what they could possibly do now to exceed expectations. It's real tough for that one.
Fortnite now has collabs from every corner of society, from Mariah Carey to Godzilla. But it's hard to get behind them when it's just another drop in the bucket of collabs.
But I don't look at it that way personally. I don't look at it that way. I go, wow. I mean, for something like Mariah Carey, it's not just a skin coming. I understand that she had the ice and that was pretty cool. But like something like Godzilla, I wouldn't consider that just like throwing another collab into the bucket. I don't remember exactly the words that he used, but that I wouldn't consider that. I would consider it a cool event. It's just we're used to things like this now, and we are so fortunate as players of Fortnite to experience things like this so often that we could classify Godzilla as just another collab.
Fortnite isn't the unstoppable cultural force it once was, but that doesn't mean it's down for the count. The game still has the potential to redefine itself and recapture some of that lost magic.
The magic is absolutely lost. That's the problem. That's the only thing that I disagree with. Like, the charm and the magic is gone, but when you start talking about, like, okay, well, Fortnite isn't cool, Fortnite isn't... I don't remember if he said relevant. I'm sorry, but it was something like relevant. That is wrong, because Fortnite is still, like, I don't know how else to say it. Like, Fortnite is literally still, like, the biggest game of all time. Very, very few games can compete with Fortnite. Very few games can take over Fortnite, and everybody is just waiting for that next game to take over Fortnite. But then even if like a brand new game comes out, like I'm sure Fortnite's locked in for the GTA update to have something like absolutely incredible. Nothing is going to take over Fortnite. It still is here to stay. It's not on a downturn at all. And again, I'm not saying that Oddly's saying that. The only thing is they need to recapture that magic. But even though, do they need to? Do they need to? Because they're doing just fine. They're making their money and everybody's playing their game. They need to recapture that somehow. I personally would like to see a grand live event with a nice conclusion, by the way. I'm looking at you, Absolute Doom.
To do that, it needs to get back to what made it special in the first place. Authenticity, innovation, effortless appeal, and social connection. This shift towards user-generated games is promising, and if Fortnite can fully embrace that model, it could once again lead the way in gaming.
Now, I think that you could mix that in, everything that they're doing with the metaverse, the UEFN developers, with what Epic Games used to do. And again, think about it. If leaks weren't in the game, how hype would this game be? The charm might actually be there. Get rid of leaks, bring back at least not even a perfect storyline, not even like Donald Mustard used to do, a decent storyline. You bring those back, and the magic and the charm of Fortnite will come back along with that. Bring our collabs back with Agent Jonesy again. Start from there. Let's keep going.
The blueprint for success is there. It's just a matter of whether Epic Games can build it right.
Sorry for the jump cut there. I didn't expect the video to end so abruptly. But guys, that was a really, really good video. And please go check out Audley's channel. It will be in the description, pinned comment down below. I've watched a couple of their videos and I have been really enjoying the channel so far. So I know that earlier I said that there was something that I wanted to say for the regular subscriber base that we have over here. I thought about making it into an entire video, but I don't want to. I just didn't want to, man. I just didn't want to. I felt like it was best to just mention as we go on. So at the time of recording this video, it is currently January 31st. I did something today that I am so thankful for you guys for because I was able to do it. As you guys know, I have been plugging in my supporter creator code in a lot of my videos, and I keep talking about how my goal is to be the sole provider for my family. We're going to have more kids, my wife, my kid. I want them to live the life that my father awarded me when I was a kid, and that being like he was always working. I grew up with my mom, and I could like have a really, really nice upbringing. My family was really close. Like, it was beautiful, and I want to do that same thing, and it is very difficult, especially, and I'm not too educated on other parts of the world, like specifically with their economics, but it's very difficult to do in Canada. So like I said, I have been advertising my supporter creator code, and you guys have been helping out so much from that. And I think I can't remember if it's been streams or podcasts that I've talked about it, guys, but typically I make from like the 100 to 500 range, and like all of that, like getting that monthly, like that helps out more than you guys ever know. And I keep saying that, like every single little bit helps, but I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was because it was Christmas and everybody has a ton of V-Bucks to spend, or just more people are deciding to support in general. I received my biggest payout this past month, and today, actually, like today at the time of recording this video, you're not seeing this on the day that I'm recording this video, I actually had the opportunity to tell my wife that, hey, the payment from Epic Games covered half the rent. I got the other. Like, you have no idea what a huge step that is in my life. It's something that I am very embarrassed about to myself, that I am unable to at this point be the sole provider for my family, because I have started a family, and for the first time I felt insanely accomplished doing so. I've had the biggest payout from Epic Games, and I was able to keep that in combination with like the other jobs that I work, and got enough to, and I don't know if this sounds insignificant for you, but I was able to cover that this time around. And I'm hoping that this becomes the norm, but I don't expect it to. Again, I'm thinking like maybe it was Christmas, everybody was spending more skins, or it was just a couple battle passes that came out. I don't know. Regardless, this means a ton to me, and I owe you a huge, huge, huge thank you for everybody who has been using my code. Even if this does end up just being a one-time thing for the next little while, like honestly, it is such a huge milestone that this type of thing is working out, and I can end up doing this type of work full-time as time goes on. And it may not happen for like, I don't care if it's another 6 months or whatever. Like, the point is, this is such a big milestone. I have never felt like more of a accomplished father in the short time that I have been. And more importantly, I appear to be even more of an accomplished partner to my wife. This is what I want to do. I want to be able to be the one who takes care of her. And it's very, very difficult with the state of the economy right now. And that's why I have been talking about, like, I've been working 3 jobs. So when I talk about you guys helping with, like, I don't care if you use my code one time for a 200 V-Buck emote. Every little bit helps. It all gets put together. And typically it's just a couple $100s at the end of the month, but this time it was a lot more. And you have my word. I cannot do it yet, but you have my word. Once we get enough where this type of thing is normal, I will find a way to give back to the community regularly down the road in the future, and I will not forget this. I just wanted to give you guys a big thank you, and I wish I could express that more than literally just saying thank you. So for everybody who has been using my supporter creator code in the NM shop, it really, I haven't been this happy in a while, man. I feel accomplished as a man, and the goal is to do this more as time goes on. And like, by the way, once we end up doing this more often, I can work here full time, we can stream full time, we can play games together, and you're only going to get more content from me, guys. So I am very appreciative. Thank you very, very much. And don't forget to check out Audley's channel in the pinned comment description down below. But in the meantime, why don't you check out this podcast where we talk about the state of the channel, things like that, things like using a supporter creator code. If you want to hear a deep talk, check out that video. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Take care.